So if you've watched me for a while, you know my main issue throughout OnlyFans management, Instagram traffic and all that stuff has been reaching the first world audience, or America in general, right? Like mostly the USA, but just first world overall, right? That's been my biggest issue, right? Instead of reaching the first world countries, I've been reaching the third world, which obviously it isn't good because they have no money, they're not going to spend, and they're literally just a bunch of they're just broke, basically, right? That's the issue. First world, even if it's like Spain, Britain, whatever it is, right? They actually have money, they will spend overall, but the third world, it doesn't matter if it's India, Mexico, Brazil, Guatemala, something like that, right? It doesn't matter what they are never going to spend because none of them actually have any money. Of course, you might get the very odd, very rare occasion where the one from India does actually spend money, but overall they're not going to spend. So that's been my biggest issue, is all I've been reaching is the broke third world. And recently that's actually changed. Recently I've been for the first time actually, probably on my Instagram account, for the past 7 days, the four main countries, the four top countries that I have reached have been first world. So I think it's something like 15% USA, 6% German, 6% Italy, then 6% UK, which is obviously brilliant because they're all first world countries, which are all people who could potentially buy my product, my OnlyFans, right? They're potentially people who will actually spend money. Like I say, it's probably the first time out of my account history in the past, I don't know, 6 months where this has actually happened, right? Usually I've got like maybe 12% USA, 10% India, such on, so like just like third world countries below that, but I've actually got 4 first world countries, and USA is actually leading, which is it's brilliant. And it's been tough to get this right. All I've been doing is literally just learn and just figuring out what I can improve on to reach first world countries, and it's clearly working, isn't it? Like I've got a much higher percentage to the point where the audience is actually good quality, and hopefully it keeps going in that direction. Hopefully if I keep doing what I'm doing, it can keep getting pushed towards these countries what I wanted to get pushed towards. Like if you've watched my content for a while, you know for a fine fact this has probably been my biggest issue so far in my business, right? If you go back to my videos, like even like last week, a month ago, whatever, right, you'll understand my biggest issue has been I'm reaching the third world, which is really what I don't want. So all I've been doing the past few weeks is just learning, outreaching to people, seeing how I can improve, getting them to read my profile, just getting people to help me reach the USA audience and how I can improve my profile to actually do so. And it's working, which is brilliant because it's one of my issues getting solved. Of course, it's not completely solved because 15% USA isn't great. It's good, and considering there's first world below that, but it could easily be much higher. At least it's not getting pushed to the third world now. Of course, it still is, but the lower percentage than what it was last week or the week before or just last month. So it's clearly working, and I'm clearly doing something correct. Like, you know what the thing is, right? I don't actually know the reason why it's higher now than what it was a few months ago or last month, right? Like I've changed a shitload of stuff in my business. I've been doing, well, in my Instagram and my marketing, I've changed so many things that I don't know, like I can't pinpoint which one changed it the most or why it's changed. Of course I could probably guess it, I could probably do some trial and error to figure out why it's changed, but there's been a few things what I have changed, which obviously I'm not completing. I've changed it and it's worked. So of course if you implement them things to your account, it might work, it might not. Maybe if you implement one of them, that's the one what's going to change it. So like I say, I don't actually know the reason why it's reaching more now. I just know that whatever I've put in place has actually worked, because there's been so many things what I've actually implemented, like making me content more USA based, using certain words, certain keywords, certain American phrases, like just stuff along the lines of that, and I don't know which one is improving it the most so far, which is one thing that I've got to change, like figure out, which I will do so in the coming weeks. But for now, I'm happy that I'm actually reaching these first world countries, because that's when my business is hopefully going to skyrocket. Hopefully I'll be getting constantly more subs, more high spenders every single day, so I can actually grow and scale my business. So with that problem solved, I've actually got another problem, which is to do with a different platform. So Threads, if any, obviously you've heard of Threads, it's Instagram's version of Twitter basically, and obviously I'm posting on there, but none of them are going viral. So that's another problem I need to sort out, because that is a very good traffic source for like loads of people seeing. It's proven to be for me in the past, but for some reason none of my posts actually go viral now. So that's my next step to figure out, because once I've got my traffic down, that's when I fly. But like the hard part is actually getting the traffic down. Like, of course I've solved the Instagram problem to an extent. Hopefully it doesn't fuck up from now because I've jinxed myself, but it's getting fixed at the moment, so now I need to fix my Threads account, which of course I know for a fine fact I can do it. I don't believe my Threads account is shadow banned or anything, because I'm still getting like 200 views a post, maybe more. So I think some posts are still getting like 1,000 views, but I do have 6k followers, so that's possibly why. But I know there is going to be a way for me to go viral on that. I just need to figure out how, which is the next step. Other than that, there is a free EI OFM Telegram in the description. Feel free to join. It's got like 800 members in now, we're all helping each other. I don't want money from you, it's completely free. Come connect with people, you know, maybe ask how to reach USA audience, but I don't want to give tips at the moment just in case I fuck your audience up, because like I say, I don't actually know what's improving mine, I just know that it is improving. But once I do figure out, I probably will make a video on it, because it's something I've suffered with for fucking ages, and I know for a fine fact a lot of you out there will also be suffering with that. So hopefully in the future I can figure out the reason and I can help you improve that. But feel free to join the Telegram, it's completely free, loads of people in, come message me, chat with me, whatever. But that's all, please subscribe and like. See ya.